morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Going to be having a bacon sandwich this morning, so I've made a black coffee. Please like, subscribe and comment on this video. This is a comparison video. We have bacon from a supermarket. Don't know what supermarket, it's a local supermarket. And Eric Lyons is going to be representing the butchers. And we have our bacon. Difference is dry cured versus wet cured. I could not find dry cured bacon in the supermarket. So this is the one big difference we're going to see in this video. So let's get into it. So the wet cured bacon is from the supermarket. To the eye, I don't think we'll see much of a difference. In the packet, you can see there's moisture. And basically the wet curing method is, it'll be salt water. It'll almost be like a salt water bath. And the bacon will be dropped in. It's already a lot more flimsy, sloppy to the touch. And you can feel it, it's very wet. It's like a wet salt. And why we don't want wet cured bacon is because when we go to cook it, and when you buy it, paying for water at the end of the day. When you cook it, you'll get all of that. Everyone's done it when you cook your bacon and you think, why is all this juice? Why aren't I getting crispy bacon? Because all this water's just pouring out in the pan. That's what we will see, I think, in the cooking section of the video. So yeah, that's your wet cured supermarket bacon. At your local butchers, you should be able to find dry cured bacon. So again, that would have been sat in your plastic packaging. You've got nice recyclable packaging in your butchers. So there's one comparison. It's a lot bigger, dry to the touch. Again, you won't see much in it to the eye. I think a lot more will be seen when we cook it. Pricing difference, I think 8 rashers were £2. You got 4 rashers of dry cured for £2 at Eric Lyons. So again, it's double the price-ish, but this is quality over quantity again. And there will be a huge difference once we cook and eat it. The other thing is, at Eric Lyons, we look for the best local suppliers. The only thing in our whole shop that isn't English or British is our bacon, because we can't find a good enough dry cured bacon supplier. So our dry cured bacon is Danish. It's from Denmark. All of our other meat is English, and our top priority is to get locally sourced products. If there is any local bacon suppliers or good English dry cured bacon suppliers, we'd love to work with you or drop us an email. But for the moment in time, our Eric Lyons top priority is locally sourced, and if we can't get it locally sourced, we'll get the top quality. So the only meat in our whole shop that isn't English is our bacon, but the quality will show. Your supermarket bacon, it says English, but again it's prepped in England, so the pork could be from anywhere, and as long as it's cut in England, you can call it English. So really, if this was cut here in England, you could call it English bacon, which again is the most ridiculous thing, and the government needs to crack down on this, because it's same with lamb, same with chicken. A chicken can be born in Spain. If it's cut in England, the supermarkets can put that little British stamp on, which is wrong, but I'll get into that in another video. Right, let's get into cooking, because the proof is in the pudding, as they say. Okay, so I have 2 pans at exactly the same heat. We have our wet cured supermarket bacon and our dry cured butcher's bacon. We're going to be cooking them at the same time, no oil. They're non-stick pans, and we don't want to be cheating or seeing how much oil comes out. It's going to be the most fair comparison ever. Let's get into it. So I think we'll do 3 rashers on each. So let's go. Dry cured on this pan. I'm going to lay it away from you. Really hot. Then again, once to the touch, you can feel the moisture in this one. Yeah, it's very thin. It's another thing I've just noticed from the supermarket bacon. You can almost see through it. I mean, this will be cooked in no time, really. The supermarket one, you can already see it changing. So I think they're about cooked on that side. Flip them over. Again, it's way... Oh! Got a double. two of them there, I didn't even know. So what I'm noticing so far is the supermarket one is so wafer thin, we're almost losing it. I don't even know, it's going really thin and curly, and it's drying out very quickly. Butcher's one is holding its moisture because it's salt dry aged, so there'll be salt round the bacon. It'll draw the moisture out, but keep the proper flavour of the bacon in. Where your wet aged bacon, it's going to lose it's going to leak. All the water and the moisture's just going to leak out. We're going to be left with a really dry piece of rubbish. So again, there'll be natural juices, and you're going to have a lot of water juices, which equals less flavour and dry cooking. So I think we're good. We are cooked. Again, I haven't used any oil, so it's not going to be cooked how I would usually cook it. I'd usually have a light splash of oil, cook it more evenly, but I want to do an even comparison. So let's take the butcher's bacon off, which again has held its shape because it's that bit thicker and hasn't got a load of water weight, where from what looks like the supermarket bacon has almost turned into Parma ham. Right, I'm going to leave them pans there because what I've noticed again is we have lost a lot of moisture in the supermarket one. The pricing was an unfair comparison because we have 8 slices there, 4 slices there, but the 8 slices from the supermarket one are wafer thin. If you cut that into that sort of sizes, we would have 8 of the butcher's one, so we're almost on par with the price, I think. We're going to be coming back to do a comparison, the weight before and after of each rash. So let's get over to tasting it and we'll come back to the stove in a minute. So we've cooked the bacon. We have found a lot of differences in the two. I'm going to quickly list off a few off the top of my head. Size and shape. The butcher's bacon has held its shape. It stayed in the bacon shape that we cooked it with. Supermarket one hasn't. It's gone all shriveled, all the water's lost from it, and we're left with a very thin bit of bacon, really. A massive difference. I'm going to get into the flavour, because that's where it all comes into. So let's cut the top of one of these. Yeah, slightly salty, very dry. Taste the bacon. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing to scream home about. You've got the butcher's one, which is a bit thicker. You can actually see it's thicker. It's going to taste a lot better. It's held its shape. It's got more of a bite to it. Kind of moist inside. Again, I can't pass over the flavour over the camera, but the difference is massive. Absolutely massive. Size, it hasn't lost a lot of weight. Flavour is on another level. The water weight hasn't been lost. There's just lots and lots of differences. So one thing I have just noticed is 192 grams, and we had 4 rashers in the butcher's bacon in said supermarket bacon, and that is 300 grams. So less rashers in the butcher's one compared to the supermarket one, but only 100 grams in it. You can tell that these are a lot thinner. So let's pull one of these off. The supermarket one, 30 grams. So we have a 30 gram slice of bacon there, and the butcher's bacon is 45 grams. So there's 15 grams more bacon to the rash of the butcher's versus the supermarket. Let's now see how much water weight we lose cooking before and after butcher's and supermarket. Butcher's, supermarket. Weight comparison time. The butcher's one was 45 grams and is now 31 grams. Looks exactly the same as it did before it was cooked. In the supermarket one, which is shriveled up and is now 17 grams, has a lot more fat, a lot more, and it's lost its shape, all the water weight's gone, and we've nearly lost half the weight So, to conclude the end of the video, you have your butcher's bacon dry cured. I think the main thing out of all of this is the dry cured versus the wet cured. The wet cured, all of the moisture's lost. Dry cured, there's only natural moisture to lose. So once it's cooked, it holds its shape. Once you cook your supermarket bacon, you lose your shape. You lose your flavour, you lose your moisture, you lose everything. I think in the overall comparison, again, if you want to go through every little thing, you got your packaging, recycling versus your plastic from the supermarket. You got speaking to your nice butcher about where it's from, why we got it from Denmark compared to, we don't know where it's from a supermarket. It says British, but I'll get into that. You've got your flavour, you've got your weight loss, you've got it's gas flushed because it's in a plastic. Ours is all loose, sat in the open air, so we have to keep it turned over. It's lovely and fresh. I don't know how long the supermarket one's been there for. It has a use by date, but it might have been packed a week ago because they can use the gas to make it last as long as possible. Bacon should also go naturally, start going grey after a few days of open air. It's just how it works. I don't think the supermarket one will, because they must spray it with something to keep it nice and pink and look pretty for the lovely customers that's sat in the packet. So I think there's about 7 or 8. I could waffle on for ages. I'll leave it for yourself to decide. For me, there's only one winner. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you have anything to say, if you know an English supplier of dry cured bacon, I'd love to get in touch because I want to turn all of our produce English. Top priority is provenance, English. Second priority is quality. If I can't find the provenance, we're going to find the quality. That is a lovely, lovely piece of bacon.